Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna went to the inner apartments to see the deity. He offered some flowers. The ladies of Balram's family were pleased to see him. The master came back to the drawing room and said, "The worldly minded practice devotions, japa and austerity only by fits and starts. But those who know nothing else but God repeat His name with every breath. Some always repeat mentally Om Rama. Even the followers of the path of knowledge repeat Soham, I am He. There are others whose tongues are always moving, repeating the name of God. One should remember and think of God constantly." How the things you see, there are two types of people. Both are aspiring for God. One is they do not want to release themselves from the bondage of the world, but aspire for that. They want to balance between the world and God. But you cannot hold on to two. Either you must leave the world and hold on to God, or convert the world that you are living in into God. Every aspect of my children are God's children. My property belongs to God. That thing of mine here, when I came, I did not have anything. Nor when I go, I will be having anything. All that is here remains here and eternally belongs to God. When we understand this principle, either to see divine everywhere and live in the world like lotus in the mud pond, slush below water, slushy water, in that the beautiful lotus is standing outside the slush and mud, untouched by it. Even the water, if it falls on it, it like pearls, they flow away without staining or wettening the lotus. So you have to see, remain in this world, untouched by the world, but within the world. Be nourished by it, and all the things, nourishments, beauty, everything is drawn from the slushy mud below, and it is independent of all things. Like that, slowly you realize later on, oh, my existence, my everything, every tree, every plant on this earth is nothing but the soil in another form. A small seed falls in the soil, germinates, takes roots, and pushes up the two leaves. And then the tree grows. From where does the tree grow? What is this tree? One by one grain of the soil it has picked, and it has built up itself. Like we build the building and falls off and goes back to earth. Like that the tree builds up itself. From the earth, it is soil and goes back into the soil. So is life. So whole thing we understand, conceive, and we find the whole thing is entirely the pure dimensions of divine. We have come from divine, sustained by divine, and will be dissolving back into divine. But the ego, I am separate from the rest of the world, just by identifying with a body. In the waking state, it says, I am different from all of you. It finds itself independent of the universe, as if it forgets that I am inseparable part of this world. I have no escape. I cannot go outside this universe. A tree may dissolve, become soil, it's within thee. It may become again tree. It is there within the universe, governed by the laws of. It is not only simply in the universe. We are not only simply in this world. We are bound by the laws of this realm in which we live. So the realm in which we live is most important part in our life. This is, the world itself has emerged from God. It is another form of God. And till we understand that I am one with the rest of the universe, I am one with God. Till then, the move continues. We'll be moving from one body to another body, working out our past karmas and the tendencies we have acquired. So this, we have to break through this cycle of karmic cycle and emerge out and enter into the realm transcendental of infinity, eternity, and everlasting peace, bliss, love, absolute, life eternal. So Sri Ramakrishna is differentiating by worldly. Either leave the world, hold on totally to God, and then emerge out. They like, or this is path of renunciation, jnana, or be a devotee of God, repeat His name day and night. Here Sri Ramakrishna says, others also who are in the world, worldly people. She uses the term worldly people. The worldly minded practice devotion, japa, and they are worldly minded. Name, fame, possession, power, all types of enjoyments of life, comforts, luxuries, all that they want. They want God also. When we see a person wanting God, just look at the other things he needs in this world also. Where is the place for God? In some, it may be first, I want God, and then other things may be there. And in some, it may be somewhere in the middle, his preferences are more other than God. And in some, it may be last item. But none of this will attain God, because in the list, other things are there. Till other things are finished, he cannot attain God. But in whose list only God's name is there, other things he is not bothered. What comes by itself, yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever comes by chance, whatever comes by my past karmas, I am satisfied with it. Always contented, always contented. And he wants to go beyond. When this contentment comes and he wants to go beyond, It is sufficient, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, keep this body alive like a skeleton kept in the medical hospitals and all that for learning. They keep in medical colleges skeleton, all connected by springs. It is able to stand there as if it is within the body. Now, keep me like that I am able to repeat your name. As long as I am alive, see that I am able to think of you and you alone. These people who are sincerely seeking God, they are not escaping or running away from the society or running away from the family life. They are attending to all this and offering it as a part of their worship unto God. And whole attention is how to transcend this and go. Now God has kept me here. I am bound by all these duties and responsibilities. Let me do this because it is inevitable. What is avoidable, avoid. What is inevitable, do it as a worship unto God. This is how they live, who are sincere seekers, attending to all things at the same time, heartily aspiring for something beyond. Pandit Shashadhar entered the room with one or two friends and saluted the master. Master smiling. We are like bridesmaids waiting near the bed for the arrival of the groom. We are like the bridesmaids waiting near the bed for the arrival of the groom. Pandit laughed. The room was filled with devotees among Dr. Pratap and Balram's father. The master continued the talk. Day and night, if you see the life of so many saints waiting for God, like now you see Shabari in Ramayana, 40 years she waits. She waits. Her guru takes all the other disciples, makes them enlightened, and leaves this world and goes away, leaving Shabari alone in the ashrama, telling her that one day Ram will come. You have to do your part. And what will be your intention at that time? He doesn't give the time limit. Wait till Ram comes. Years pass. The Guru's words, he will come here. And you have to attend to him. He passes over this land. How many people have realized in that land where Shabari lived, that beautiful ashram, all the disciples go away with the master to their eternal abode. And here they will be left only these people, nobody, only one Shabari. All other things are plants and trees, fruit trees put by the ashramites, all are there. All buildings, huts are there. She's waiting for Rama. Days pass, every day she prepares, collects fruits and flowers, and spreads and waits. 40 long years pass. A day Ram comes. How that waiting period you see, it is not a day or two. We see even Totapuri Maharaj, the Guru of Sri Ramakrishna, waiting for 40 years to get the Nirvikalpa. Day and night, only contemplation on Brahman. And Gopal Erma in the same reference with Sri Ramakrishna's life. A child widow, a saint passing by gives her a name and an idol of Krishna and goes away. Sitting in one place, she goes on repeating for years and years. She takes nearly 40 years again to reach the perfection when Lord Krishna as a small boy, small child, shoulder-carrying child, that small appears. How that life of dedication, waiting, almost all saints' life, wait for long period, almost towards the end of their life. As their evening of life appears, there is dawn, spiritual dawn. The life is going to enter into dusk and there will be a great night. Before that, the Lord appears. But just look at the waiting period, how that longing made them to wait. This is Sri Ramakrishna describing waiting for the groom. Master to Shashadhar. The first sign of knowledge is a peaceful nature, and the second is the absence of egotism. You have both. Jnana. Jnana that comes out of the viveka, power of discrimination. And the first sign is peaceful nature, always unagitated. Three things constantly shake us from the bottom of our existence. One is our own bodily conditions. Second is the situations that are controlling us. Something happens, it shakes. The shocks of life, very difficult to bear. The one whom we love, part. Great failures in life. Again and again trying for some means of sustenance to live in this world. Fails. Huge business investments. Whole thing collapse. Floods take away, lightnings destroy. So many things, calamities happen. They'll be unshaken. They remain. As far as I remember, Brahmanandaji Maharaj was going in the Himalayas in a horse carriage. A huge stone rolls down and crushes that whole thing. Is their cart in which they were going. And he'll be thrown away somewhere. And he's getting up and sitting calmly, looking around. What would be the condition, you see? Unaffected by the situations. Such great situations of calamities do not shake them. Dukkena gurunapi na vichalyate, Bhagavad Gita says. Gurunapi dukkena, great things, calamities happen, adversities appear, they are unshaken. Na vichalyate. So this is the status, the peaceful atmosphere. The third thing is the people around. They have something to comment, something to criticize, something to insult, harm, give shocks and pains to heart. The tongues are sharper than the swords when they speak. It pierces into the heart. All that, they are not affected. They listen like children and drop and go forward. This is jnana, the sign of wisdom and knowledge. The first sign of knowledge is peaceful atmosphere, which is nature. And the second thing is absence of egotism. I will do, I will enjoy. I know this, I know that. Except God, all things they know of this world, which is perishable. And knowership, doership, except sadhana, he does everything, except spiritual disciplines. Doership, enjoyership, except the enjoying the company of devotees, the presence of God, the pure bliss of singing and playing, dancing in the name of God. All those are, we want to enjoy the world, excitements of these senses, gratification of senses, bodily pleasures. Who wants God? Though it is eternal, peaceful, and this is always along with it and following it, every bit of the worldly enjoyments is pushed forward with two important things: constant suffering and bondage. There it is, releasing from all bondages and from all suffering forever. So this is the sign of egotism is not there. Doership, enjoyership. It is soul enjoying the bliss of God. You have both. There are other indications of a jnani. He shows intense dispassion in the presence of sadhu. He shows intense dispassion in the presence of a sadhu. He is like a lion at work, for instance, when he lectures, is full of wit before his wife, all love. Making fun and frivolities of life to keep everybody in a spirit of humor. An important sign of a jnani is he keeps all others in a state of the laughing, joyful presentations. What they make is they bring people together. Many times we see there will be one person who sacrifices all things but keeps all people together through his humorous way of talking and endearing people. For everything he makes fun. Fun means not the fun that hurts anybody or wastes time. Every word of fun will be giving some knowledge, some light, is elevating. At the same time, the humor is maintained to bring the all people together. It unites, because a kind of joy in West also I saw, but it is of a different nature. It is not elevating. It is keeping together people, but it is not making the people evolve. Evolve. Evolution is most important. We must become together and evolve towards the divinehood. In every talk, making fun is all right, provided it elevates us to closer and closer to reality. So that many of the things means they link in such a way. Sri Ramakrishna did not like, but many times they bring a episode or something like that from the Puranas or anything and comment in such a way, all will laugh. Now there is a reference to that. Many things which is related to the spiritual world, related to the religious world, related to the nature and its ways, related to the nature, human natures, and beautifully they present to make the situation a joyful joining together. Sometimes they tell white lies. Where did you get this mango from? Oh, from coconut tree. Somebody brings two different colors of flower. Did you get plucked from the same plant? Because it happened in Sri Ramakrishna's life. Immediately they will understand, oh, he is bringing to mind. Because in one hand he is keeping one color flower of the same variety in the another color. He has plucked from different plants, and Sri Ramakrishna brings a flower from the same stem, two flowers. Previously there was a discussion, can a white flower giving tree give red also? Then Sri Ramakrishna, if it is the will of God, next day he finds it and brings and shows. So that has difference. Now, all will love. At the same time, there is a presence of divine. So this is how they keep the people. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.